Zach, how good was it to open your account round one of the season?
Yeah, it was important for me. To get a penalty as well was good, because Carl mentioned earlier in the week that I would be taking penalties. And yeah, it was great to get off the mark and to get 3 points. It was a good start.
Was there anything done differently in the pre-season about, well, there obviously was about the way you're going to play, because it seemed like you were getting far more of the ball than usual in that number 10 role?
I think to play more through the middle. I think Carl said it and Millsy, and we've worked on it a lot, to play through the middle. Yeah, every day we work on it, like passing drills, just working on playing through the middle. Because last year we played a lot through the wings, and I put a lot more balls into the box last year as well, and Craig did. But yeah, I was just in the middle of the pitch more, getting in the box a lot more. Trying to get more goals.
What about your own personal preparation? I think from the outside looking in, it looks like you're noticeably fitter. Is that something you worked on in the off season?
I'd say I'm as fit as I was last year. I was really fit last year at the start of the season. I went a few years without playing a lot of football before I came to Australia, so it took me time I wasn't fully fit when I came here. It was always going to take me time to get used to playing 90 minutes, like playing football fitness again. But I feel like I'm really fit. Body feels good, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to hopefully a good season ahead.
And do you think you've adjusted a bit more as well I know we've spoken about with Ryan about adjusting to the heat. Have you noticed that it's a bit easier? Of course, still in October, but are you finding that easy now? Yeah,
it's a lot easier now because the weather's quite good in the winter and pre-season. I think it's just a couple of months through the middle of the season where it gets really hot, and I still don't understand why we play during the summer here, but yeah, it's hard. It is hard to play in the heat. I don't think even the Australian players say it's hard to adjust to them conditions, but yeah, I've definitely adjusted more, and I don't really worry too much about the weather now. I just concentrate on the football.
Zach, obviously a lot of red jerseys in the crowd on Friday night. Were you happy with the support you got?
Yeah, it's amazing here. Every time we play at home, we get great support. They're like a 12th man for us. And hopefully they can be here again on Sunday night for a huge game. I know it's only game 2, but it's a huge game because they won the league last year. I know they was beaten by Central Coast in the final, but I think they're always going to be one of the teams to beat in this league, and they've signed a lot of good players. And I think it's a good time to play them as well.
Is this an opportunity to make a real statement to the rest of the league, beating the 2 grand finals back-to-back at the start of the year when maybe some people were expecting you to drop off? Yeah,
I think so. I think to go and beat Central Coast at the weekend was massive for me personally, because they beat us in the finals last year. So to beat them, I think that was a marker straight away, because they're still a strong side, and I still think they'll be one of the better teams in the league this year. But yeah, if we can go and beat Melbourne City, I think that's a real marker for the league.
What about the fact they played Champions League last night in Thailand? Do you think them playing over there in that heat, given everything they've got, gives you guys an extra advantage?
I think they brought a lot of players off early on in the game. I think they'll still be good no matter what, and we'll still prepare exactly the same way. I don't think we need to think too much about them. But maybe they'll be a little bit fatigued, so it may give us a little bit of an extra kick on in the game.
Zach, 3 goals in 3 games for you now. Do you feel like this new playing through the middle a little bit more suits your game a bit more?
Yeah, a little bit, but it also helps with having Nesta out there on the wing. When he gets the ball, he always will beat his man, and for me, I feel like just getting in the right positions in the box is important, and not having to worry about. I don't know, I feel like, it does suit my game a lot, getting on the ball a lot more with Johnny as well. The movement, we rotate really well and Issa as a free. And then with Tony coming in as well, it's really exciting to keep playing the way we are playing.
I know you're not that old, but all these young players coming in, the 3 teenagers starting on the weekend, does that give you and the rest of the team a lot of energy and a bit of a buzz, a bit of small excitement?
Yeah, it does. I'm really excited from the game on Friday night. I'm really excited, and I feel like we can do some special things this year. And even in training every day, I enjoy playing with Johnny, Nesta, all the senior boys. It's just the training's really good at the minute, and we're playing a different way, and it's been really good and it's exciting.
What did that playing group rate the performance on Friday night like? What were they saying as you came off the pitch?
Well, our team, personally.
Yeah.
We didn't say too much. I think quietly, I didn't really say too much. We were quietly excited. And you can see it from this week in training, the way we're training. We've lifted another intensity this week. Yeah, it's still early days, it's round 1. We won the game, and I think we can keep building, keep improving, and I think for it to be round 1 and play that well, it's really exciting because I think we can only get better.
Obviously, mental health round this Sunday. What does that mean to the playing group?
Yeah, it's really good that this is the first game ever in Australia. In England, we did have something called the Mind, but to have Breakthrough come in and for us, the club, to support this straight away and to play around, it's really good. Mental health's a really big issue in the world, and especially in men. Yeah, I think sport can really help this, and if people come into games, it makes you feel happy. And to come and support Adelaide and all the teams in the A-League, it makes you feel happy when you come and watch sports, and it can really help the people.
You touch on Nestor and how handy it is to have him on the wing. There was that one where he hit the post where he leads Jacob Farrell. Have you seen in your time in the UK many 17-year-olds like Nestor? Not really. Like it's hard to get an opportunity that young in the UK, but what he has is very special. The power he possesses, the speed, it's frightening, really, and he has everything to go to the very top, I believe. You've had experience in your own career. I think when you were younger, there was a stage where they were calling you the next Wayne Rooney at one point. How do you keep a guy like that with his feet on the ground? I think it's difficult. I think it's down to him, it's down to the coaches, and it's down to us being with him every day and keep pushing him and don't let him take his foot off the gas. I think that's it really, and your family at home. You need to stay grounded, and as a player you need to stay focused, because it's easy to get away from football with the amount of outside noise these days. But yeah, if he keeps his head on the ground, he'll have a great career. Just on the set pieces, that was a big part of your game when you're in the UK. Is that obviously Craig did so well with them last year, but are you glad to be able to have that as part of your repertoire? Yeah, well, you can't take anything away from Craig because his delivery, his set pieces are unbelievable. So I wouldn't ever try and take them away from him when I came. So I just took a back step, and hopefully with Eugene, the set piece coach and goalkeeper coach, he will trust him to make me the set piece taker with Johnny and Nestor as well, because they have great deliveries. How have you helped Ryan settle in as well? Yeah, I've took him. We went out for dinner with me and my missus. His partner's not here yet, but he's loving Adelaide, and yeah, he's settled in. He's got a house now. Yeah, he's a good lad. Two Manchester lads. Yeah. Is there any similarities between Manchester and Adelaide? Not really. Not really. It rains a lot in Manchester, but yeah, we grew up about 10 kilometres away from each other, so it's crazy to be back in Adelaide now at this stage of our careers, playing together. Did you ever play against him? Yeah, quite a few times. Yeah, growing up. I think when he was at Fulham, I scored 2 against him. But yeah, that's probably the only time I can remember.
Zach, just the first goal on Friday, you and Hiroshi linking up, you're saying playing more central this year. Do you think that can maybe bring out Hiroshi's target play a little bit more? Yeah, 100%. I think we're working on using Hiroshi a lot more as well. When, I won't say too much, but yeah, we're working on getting him in the game, because that's his best attribute. He's target man. He's got an unbelievable first touch, and he can bring me and Johnny into the game, and Nestor and Ben Halloran running off him on the sides. But yeah, we do need to use him more, and I think that you will see that. And 3 goals against the Mariners, if you're able to put a few past City, does it kind of show that even in Craig's absence, you've got enough goals in the team to replace that? I think we have, yeah. I think we've still got a lot of quality in this team. There's always going to be a lot of question marks once a player like Craig leaves, and that's just down to us to show week in, week out, and to prove people wrong, I suppose. And I think we did that first week, and we'll be looking to do that again this weekend. Did you feel like that was your best game since you've been in the country? Possibly. I feel like I've had a couple of good games, but probably getting a goal as well, and being a big part for the first goal was probably the biggest contribution to a win since I've been here.